Hey, of course I missed you.
Too bad you didn't miss that ski trip.
Hey, look, it'll be fine, all right? I'm just glad you guys are back. All right.
We were only gone a week.
Well, sweetheart, you know, I was thinking about you all the time. Kept checking the weather in England on cable every morning. Kind of nippy over there, huh?
Definitely. And did it rain? Yes. Was it foggy? Yes.
But was it wonderful?
Yes.
The English climate definitely agrees with this lady.
Yeah, well, it looks that way to me, too.
Daddy, I haven't felt this rested in eons.
Yeah, well, you look terrific. Hey, and there aren't many places like London, are there?
Not that I've seen.
So, hey, tell me, did you guys take the lawyer's tour? You know, did you see the clink, ends of the court, the Old Bailey?
Sure did. We saw trial in progress, too.
Great.
And we brought you a present. We know this is going to be very helpful in your career.
Okay.
Isn't this lovely, Mrs. Carpenter?
Oh, lovely, yes, yes.
Where shall I put it?
Right there, that's just fine.
Come on, Dorian, where are you? I want to know if you're holding up your end of this deal.
How's this, Mrs. Carpenter?
Oh, it's just lovely.
Dorian, come on. Are you married to David yet? Did you go to the police?
It was so nice of the staff of the Banner to send these.
Wasn't it, though? And this time of year, we certainly need all the flowers we can get. Thank you very much, Lois. Come on, Dorian, I have to know what's going on, especially with David. Oh, my God, she wouldn't come here, would she? I'll get it, Lois. David, hello.
Hi, I won't take much of your time. You said you wanted absolute confirmation on the divorce?
Oh, come in, please. Yes, actually, I'm very glad to see you. So, it's all final, is it? And I assume now you're leaving Landview, are you?
Oh, you did not miss anything. Once again, Alex Buchanan and Elizabeth McNamara missed the whole vestry meeting. Once again, they didn't call to cancel. I mean, they can get as involved as they want in local politics, but if they do, I may just have to have my own biannual election. Cassie, okay? What's wrong?
I hate myself. I told myself I wasn't going to cry, and I sat down there and started bawling like a baby. I said, it's going to stop, you know. I said, it's over. She did it, and it's over, and I am not going to cry.
What did Kelly do now?
Oh, it's not Kelly, it's my mother.
Your mother, what'd she do? Did she try to contact you again?
Oh, you might say that. She's back in Landview. She was just here to see me.
What? Back up a little bit. Your mother's back here.
Yes.
Is she all right?
Oh, Andrew. She's doing Lord. Of course she's all right. She makes sure she's always all right, Andrew. The rest of us can go jump off a building for all she cares, just as long as she gets what she wants. But we can rest easy now. No more worrying. My mother's back, and she is her usual lying, murdering self.
Before you start asking too many questions, let me tell you why I'm here.
Dorian, I have absolutely no interest in anything
Nora,
you have to
please, will you hear me out? I've come back to turn myself in, which means I'm going to need legal representation. In other words, I need you. Nora, will you help me?
Will I help you?
Yes.
Dorian, wherever you've been, it's obviously affected your brain, because only someone who is partially or totally demented would think I would help you. No way will I help you. Is that clear enough? Good. Now, please get out of my office.
God. Well. I must say, this will certainly enhance my career.
Our lawyers have to wear them in England. Why not here, too?
I'm just glad surgeons don't have to wear those things.
Well, you see, Ben, surgeons aren't cool. Lawyers. Lawyers are cool.
Daddy, you should have seen the way they treated Ben at the hospital. It was like visiting royalty.
Well, you know, the British, they've got that polished politeness thing down to a T. But I did feel welcome. And the facilities are fantastic. Couldn't think of a better place to do the advanced work. And wow, it's that late already. I'm supposed to meet Sheila at the palace. You know, high tea time and all that sort of rot.
Well, tell Sheila I'll track her down later with pictures.
Will do. Well, so long, Batterstar.
Quite so. Hey, take care and welcome home.
Thanks ever so.
Quite so.
Cheerio.
Well, young lady, you look terrific and so rested.
Yeah, I really am, and I love it.
Great. You know, I'm really glad you got a chance to take this break, because now you can take on this second semester of law school and just sail right through it.
I gave Tina a copy of the divorce decree, but if you didn't see it, here's mine.
Good. Now I've seen it. Thank you. And I saw that you returned Victor Lord's watch and ring. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I appreciate you talking Cord out of taking the kids away from Tina.
Yeah. Everybody's happy now. Cord, the children, the whole family. So, David, what are your plans? Are you staying in Landview or leaving?
Well, actually, I'm...
Oh, for pity's sake, just spit it out. Did Dorian get you to marry her or not?
What can I say? My plans are my plans. I've held up our end of the deal, so I don't think there's anything left for us to talk about.
I don't really understand why it's so difficult for you to tell me whether or not you're staying in town. Please be aware that if you should do anything else to hurt my family, I can still press charges against you. Are you staying in Landview or not?
Well, I guess you're going to hear this soon enough anyway. Actually, I just married Dorian.
You what?
I'm leaving now.
No, I don't think so. No, you most certainly are not. We're not finished.
My mother looked me right in the eye and she said, yes, that she was using poor Joe to hurt Vicky. Of course, just like Vicky and Clint and everybody said that she was doing. And oh, yes, oh, so sorry. It's such a pity that Joey got hurt. But you see, all along, secretly, she was involved with David Vickers.
She what?
And now they're married.
They're what?
Yes, Andrew, you told me. You told me I had to cut the truth about her. And I tried, but I couldn't, could I? And now she's left me no choice. No choice at all.
Kathy,
She is a liar and a user and a murderer. And I wish to God she had climbed out from whatever stinking hole she had hidden herself into.
I said, get out. Which one of those words don't you understand?
Nora, you can't abandon me.
Yes, I can. I just did. You're a liar and a thief, Dorian. Get out. A thief? Yes, you and David Vickers were in cahoots to steal $13 million from a trust fund. Now, technically, that's called fraud, but why quibble? A thief's a thief.
No. David was acting on his own. You know my financial condition fairly well. You can't think I would stoop to stealing.
I think you would stoop to anything, Dorian. Get out.
Nora, how will it look if you abandon me? When David came forward with that evidence, you were representing...
Oh, don't you even think about going there, Dorian Lord. David Vickers is a liar and a fraud.
But the evidence that he brought forward is valid. Yes, he may be lying about being Victor Lord's son, but the evidence was valid, and until new evidence is brought forward that proves that it is wrong, it remains a fact. And Nora, if you walk away from me now, people will assume that you have judged me and found me guilty. And I will end up back on death row. Now, do you really want that on your conscience? You might as well give me the lethal injection yourself.
What's the matter? What did I say?
Daddy, I'm home 5 minutes, and already you're talking about law school and how I've got to do better.
I'm just saying how nice it is that you got some rest, and now you can just jump back in with both feet.
Look, let's get it all out on the table, all right? I know you and Mom were disappointed in my grades last semester.
Well, sweetheart, they weren't great. But look, grades aren't everything.
Then why did you tell me all last summer how important my first-year averages were going to be? Everybody knows the top firms look at those first.
Right, and they look at other things, too.
I'm gonna do better, Daddy. I mean it.
Good. That's all anybody can try to do.
Oh, great. Try. So when I don't make it, the fact that I tried will make me feel better, right?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Now, who said you're not going to make it, huh? Look, Rachel, just because you got a couple of C's doesn't mean you failed.
I wish I knew what I was doing wrong. My God, I practically had an all-A average in undergrad. Why is law school so different?
Because all of the top students are in one school now, and they're all fighting to be first. Now, don't let that worry you, and don't worry about last semester. Just look ahead. How are you set for finals? I mean, they're coming up in, what, 6 weeks or so?
I can't start studying for finals yet. I mean, I just finished my moot court brief. I have to start preparing for my oral argument for next week, and more reading and research class is killing me. I feel like I live at the library.
No,
It's like...
calm down, Rachel. Hey, you just came back relaxed, remember?
My God, I never should have gone to London.
And we did all the touristy stuff. Double-decker buses. Tower London, saw the Crown Jewels. Windsor Castle.
Did you have time to find an apartment?
Oh, found a great place by a canal. And the hospital is terrific. Fantastic facilities, top-notch staff.
What?
I gotta admit, it was great having Rachel with me.
Oh, you're not looking forward to going back without her, are you?
How's married life treating you?
Did you just change the subject?
Not necessarily. Just answer the question. How's it going for you and Hank?
We love it. It's like, once we made the commitment, things just got better. We spend more time together, that's for sure. Sometimes Hank puts off his work sessions so we can be sure to have dinner together. And I do the same thing. I mean, it's like we're officially a team now, and the team comes first. It's great.
Great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Why?
Because I've got something to show you.
Is that what I think it is? So, Dorian is back, is she? When did she come back to Lanby? Or did you get married somewhere else?
No, she just got back, actually, and before you say anything else, Dorian is going to turn herself into the police.
Is she really? What a good idea. I wonder who thought of that. And the marriage?
We went to Hartford.
Connecticut, I see. So you and Dorian have obviously been romantically involved for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, Dorian and I have been lovers since, practically since I came to Landview.
I see. And the noble sacrifice that you made when you gave up Tina, that was a sham.
I'm not going to talk about this with you. Our business is finished. So long, Vicky, it's been real.
Well, you don't have to tell me about your little Connecticut quickie, but you're going to have to tell the police about it, I'm sure. In fact, I expect they're going to have some rather pointed questions about you and Dorian.
Nora, when David came to see me that first time in Statesville Prison, he told me that he was Victor Lord's son and that he had evidence that would set me free. Now, I was hardly in a position to start asking questions, was I?
No. You were on death row.
Exactly. And he said that he had Irene Manning's diary, his supposed mother's diary. in which she said that she killed Victor Lord, not me. It was as if he was throwing me a lifeline.
Yes, a convenient little prop, wasn't it, Dorian?
I know that it looks that way now, but that does not mean that it was a fake. Experts examined it.
Maybe they didn't look closely enough.
Nora, it wasn't a fake then, and it isn't a fake now. Just because David was lying about one thing doesn't mean that he was lying about the diary.
Well, it does tend to lean in that direction, doesn't it, Dorian?
All right, that's why I'm desperate. And that's why I need you. Nora, nobody else can get me through this. Come on. You know how much I respect you, your judgment, your skills as an attorney. And this time, I promise you, I will follow your instructions to the letter. Anything you tell me to do, I will do. Only please, please, help me get through this.
You'll do anything I say?
Yes. Anything. Everything.
Good. Good. Then you'll confess to murdering Victor Lord.
It affects everyone.
I've probably been attracted to her from the get-go.
You never know when or how.
What just happened here?
Chemistry.
You can't fight it or deny it.
You are who I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Fall in Love on All My Children, only on ABC Daytime.
Nora, for God's sake, why would I want to say that I was guilty?
Let me think, because, you are guilty?
I am not. I'm innocent.
Oh, my God.
It's true. I repeat, just because David is a fake doesn't mean that the diary is.
I'm sorry, Dorian. I just keep remembering this client that I had. She swore she was innocent, didn't murder her late husband. And you know what she did? She broke into his crypt the night before an autopsy and tried to pour lye over his remains to destroy evidence. Then she pleaded with me to let her go on the stand, where she screamed out for all the court to hear, and I quote, "That disgusting old pervert deserved to die," end quote.
I was upset. The guards had been manhandling Cassie.
But then she was saved. Yes, a miracle came forth. A young man came with evidence, and she was set free. Unfortunately, the young man was proven to be a liar and a fraud, and he left town, and my ex-client did too. And you know what? In fact, word has it that she fled the country with him. Now, what is a lawyer to think?
Nora, I panicked. David had been unmasked. Vicky came to me furious, screaming at me that she was going to see the case against me reopened come hell or high water. The door had barely closed when Bo came pounding on it, saying he wanted me to come down to the police station to answer questions.
And you panicked.
Yes. And it was stupid. What is the punishment for stupidity? Death? Nora, please. Come on, just say what you're thinking.
I'm thinking that you're either lying and in cahoots with David Vickers,
I am not lying.
or that you're telling the truth.
So help me God.
I never said I wouldn't represent you if you were guilty. I will go with you down to the police station where you can enter a plea, and I will fight like hell to get you a reduced sentence.
Nora.
But if I go down to that police station and I find out that you are lying, so help me, Dorian, I will represent you, but you have to tell the truth.
So Dorian finally admitted she was having the affair with Joey just to hurt Vicky, huh?
Yeah, and to cover up her affair with that fraud, David Vickers.
David Vickers got married to Tina for the inheritance, and all along he's having an affair
Affair
with
with Mother.
you.
whole time.
Unbelievable.
You know, she let him marry another woman, and he let her have an affair with Joey.
Quite a couple.
Now, Andrew, if I weren't so sad and so hurt, I could really laugh. My mother's pretty laughable. She plays at being this warm, caring mother who needs love and affection from her daughter and loyalty, especially when she's in trouble. But she doesn't have any feelings for anyone. She's not in love. At least now my eyes are open, you know, I can never have her part of my life again.
You know, I don't know this David Vickers very well. But being married to your mother just might be a fate, you know. I mean that he's going to be living with her in that house day after day, and she could turn on him like...
Oh, my God.
What?
Kelly, I forgot to tell Mother about Kelly.
Cassie, it's all right. She's going to find out about Dorian. All she talks about is moving in with Dorian.
No, absolutely not, Andrew. We cannot let Kelly move in there. She's at a time in her life right now where she needs good role models, and we cannot let her move in with my mother and David Vickers.
I expect the police are going to want to know why you married Dorian.
They can ask.
Somehow I don't think they're going to assume that you married her for love. No, if they assume anything, it will be that you married her to help her escape another murder charge. How much money changed hands?
You know, you really ought to work on this new attitude that you've developed, Vicky. You're so aloof. You're so in charge. It's condescending. I think I'll ask you a question now. Have you held up your end of the bargain? I've held up mine.
Meaning?
A guarantee that Tina won't lose custody of her kids.
Not that you apparently care. Yes, Cord has been very generous and very kind. He has agreed not to sue for sole custody of his children, provided, of course, that Tina not get involved with any more con artists who are only after her money.
You know, I'm never going to forget the look in Tina's eyes when I told her that I didn't love her.
She's adjusted quite well.
Good. Vicky, please be kind when you tell Tina about this new development.
What new development?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
All right, now, Rachel. You know, don't start getting down on yourself, sweetheart, because you took some time off. You've got plenty of time to get ready for your finals, okay? You just have to keep your eye on the prize. Here. So, how about study groups? You're in some, right?
Sure, several.
Great. Well, that means that you're being in a group, you've got the subject matter covered. Is there a big spread?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, there's a few bright ones leading the pack.
You mean, am I at the bottom? Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I am, Daddy. Hey, I'm even lucky they let me study with them.
Hey, come on, Rachel. Don't start beating yourself up about this, all right? And please, don't start putting words in my mouth. Look, all I'm saying is just, you know, make sure that you're working with the winners, you know? That way it'll bring you along a lot faster. Kind of like learning to play tennis. If you want to learn fast, well, you got to make sure that you're working with the good players. Sweetheart, listen. Like, I know that law school can be kind of intense, and I know that sometimes it's very scary. Hey, I've been there, remember? Your mom, too.
Yeah, you were both at the top of your class.
That's right. And don't worry, you'll get there, too. You just have to keep working at it and keep up the pace and never, never say die.
Daddy, what do you think I'm trying to do?
Yeah, it's Nana's ring. You think Rachel will appreciate the sentiment and just toss it on the table and ask what's for dinner?
so happy for you. Rachel's gonna love it. Gonna love it. Yeah. She's gonna be so surprised.
I almost asked her before we left for London.
Really?
Yes. I was thinking we'd set a date for after the fellowship when I got back to the States.
A whole year?
Yeah, but seeing the way she was so stressed out, and we had so much fun in London, you know, together.
So you decided not to wait?
More than that. I decided to ask Rachel to marry me and to come to London with me. So what do you think? Think she'll say yes?
Come on, David. Tell me, what's the latest development? Whose life did you make miserable this week?
Well, David, you wanted this news broken gently, so I'll just let you handle it.
What? What news? Oh, come on, David. You know, these little stories about your life and the things that happened to you. Oh, please. The practically right one for you. Well, let's say we'd start off with you lying to everybody. That's a given. And the lies and the little bull, a lot of money. Am I starting to get warm?
I married Dorian Lord.
I'm getting so... What did you say?
Dorian and I got married.
No, that can't be. Tell me the truth, David. Tell me. You didn't love me? You loved Dorian all along?
Nora, I swear to you, I am not lying. I'm innocent.
So innocent you fled the country?
I told you, I was in a panic.
You've got to stop with these panic attacks, you know, Dorian. They're making you look awfully guilty.
Okay, let's just face some facts here. Fact. Vicky hates me. She always has. And when I started having an affair with her son, Joe, her hatred for me doubled. Tripled.
Fact, Dorian, David Vickers is a fraud. He lies about everything.
Yes, and you and Vicky and the police and everyone else are assuming that just because his claim to be Victor Lord's son is false, that the diary is too. Fact, it hasn't been proven false. Yet. Fact, everyone in this town loves Vicky. Fact, everyone in this town thinks that everything that I do is wrong, illegal, or evil.
Or all three.
I quite correctly assumed that the police and the DA would side with Vicky, and then the judge, and then the jury. Nora, call me paranoid, call me reckless, call me stupid, call me anything that you like. But the fact remains. I was scared, and so I ran. Let me tell you something. Coming back here to face all of this, it's been one of the hardest things that I have ever done in my life. But let me ask you a question. If I weren't innocent, why would I come back?
Dorian...
I'll tell you why. Because it's the right thing to do. And you know it. So, Nora, help me. Finish the job. Come with me to the police station. Let's get this over with once and for all.
It's going to be okay.
I know. It's just that this time I can't forgive and forget. No matter what she does, and certainly no matter what she says. And it's hard, you know, because I can't ever let it be part of my life again.
Hello, hello. I know I'm late, but I'm not gonna lie. I was at the detention, and afterwards a bunch of us decided... Wow, Cassie, what's wrong?
Kelly, Cassie's mother is back in Landview.
Dorian, yes! No! When can I see her? No, I mean...
All right, we discussed this, Cassie and I discussed this, and we feel like maybe you shouldn't plan on seeing Dorian.
I don't want you to go back to her house. I mean it. Well, okay, but I'd like to win. Never. I don't want you ever going back there.
Yes, it's true. Dorian and I have been lovers for a very long time.
Since you came to Landview, isn't that what you told me earlier?
Yes, that's true. Since I came to Landview, Dorian and I have been lovers.
Oh, my God.
Tina, dear, would you like to go upstairs and lie down for a bit?
No, I want to finish this right now. Right here. And alone. Please, Vicki.
Absolutely. I'll be in the kitchen if you should need me.
Look, Tina, I hope you understand.
Oh, please, David. I understand, all right. You just can't stand being poor. You know, I bet you hooked in with Dorian right away because she had the big bucks. But then it got boring, I bet, servicing an old bag like her for a weekly allowance. So then you decided to get your hooks into somebody a lot younger and a lot better looking who can maybe help you get your hands on a trust fund. So you married me. And then when I wasn't able to get the inheritance, he dumped me for lover number one. That's about it, isn't it, David? Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
You know, I always told myself I thought it would be easier if you fell in love with somebody else and left me for someone else out of love, but this is worse. You don't love Dorian, and you never loved me. You don't know what love is. You just came over here to take whatever was in your path. But I almost lost everything that mattered in my life because of you. And thank God Vicki and Cord made me see the truth, otherwise you'd still be lying at me.
Tina, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, and I'm finished. You could get this scum out of my sight.
I'll go with you while you turn yourself in.
Oh, no.
Under the following conditions.
Anything.
All right. I will stay with you during the questioning. And I will stay with you during the booking process and the arraignment, and then hopefully you'll be released. After that, we'll see.
Thank you.
And if you ever, I mean ever, you know what? You better write this down because I swear I will kill you if you forget it. You ready?
Yes, ready.
If you ever lie to me about anything, if you withhold any vital information, Dorian, we're kaput. Finito. The end. No appeals, no tearful pleas, no nothing. Are you clear?
Clear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you know, Vicki, you know how I promised Cord I was going to go to a therapist?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go, and I'm going to make that therapist tell me why I always fall for the worst men in the world. Except Cord.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah,
And honestly, I've fallen for so many rotten bozos. Starting to look like Court is the mistake.
Oh, no.
But anyway, I'm going to have that therapist tell me why I'm such a ditz.
Oh, dear.
And I'm not going to do anything that dumb or that...
Self-destructive.
Yeah. I'm not going to do it again, Vicky. God, I hope Dorian and David, they eat each other alive. I've never hated anyone as much as I... And I feel so miserable.
Oh, Tina. Then, what about law school? I mean, marriage or no marriage, you can't take Rachel away for a year?
You haven't heard the whole idea.
I'm sorry. What's the whole idea?
Rachel can take 1 year off from law school and just chill out in London. You know, let go a little, not get so uptight about school and grades and stuff.
And school will let her off for a year.
Sure. And it'll help. I know it will. Rachel's been wound up like a spring.
Yeah, I've seen her.
So if we get married, and Rachel gets away from all the pressure for a year, then maybe she'll come back with a whole new attitude about school, you know?
Yeah, sounds, well, then I think it's really sweet that Rachel has a fiancé who's always worrying about her and thinking about what she needs and
But-
deserves. I can't promise you she's gonna see things the way you do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Honest to God, Daddy, it's like you don't even hear what I'm saying. I am working as hard as I can.
And baby, you don't hear me. Look, if you're doing your best, then that's good enough for me. It'll always be good enough for me. And besides, I think you're going to do just fine this semester.
Not if I don't start studying. And I mean right now. See you later.
Rachel, baby, you just got back.
Hey, Rachel, how's it going?
Fine. See you.
How's London?
Don't ask. She's still worried about her grades. Come on in. Have a seat.
Did you get a chance to look at that Dorian Lord file yet?
No, I was just about to do that when Rachel and Ben popped in.
How's the foot?
Well, it only hurts when people ask about it.
How is it?
Okay, so what's going on here?
In a word, zilch.
Cassie offered a reward for info leading to...
Leading to zilch. There is no J. Randolph. According to the folks at the State Department, Dorian did go to Spain, but has not come back into the country yet. Now, there's a problem with that. A, David Vickers claimed that he never saw Dorian in Spain. And B, Dorian called Cassie on a cellular phone in or around Philadelphia.
The phone registered to J. Randolph.
And a phony address. You want to know my theory about all this, Hank?
Shoot.
When Dorian learns that the charges, those fraud charges against David Vickers were dropped, she is going to want to head home, too, so that she can literally get away with murder.
Well, let's hope you're right, because then we can nail her. Yeah, bring it in.
Hey, honey, I didn't know you were,
Well, this isn't personal, Bo. This is business.
Oh, what's up, Nora?
Mr. District Attorney, Mr. Commissioner, I have a client outside that I believe you would both like to interview.
Gentlemen, I believe you both want to see me.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Joan London. Tomorrow, an examination of the crucial role sleep plays in our
A
lives.
special hour-long report, Why Am I So Tired? On Good Morning America.
Tomorrow, here on ABC.
How would you like to team up again?
A partnership in danger.
Luke Spencer comes up with some crazy scheme, and you can't wait to get involved.
The scam of a lifetime.
Well done.
General Hospital, only on ABC Daytime.